Welcome back to our English conversation lesson. Today, Anna and John talk about how to talk about transportation in English. Let's dive into some common transportation-related phrases and expressions.
Hey, John. How are you today?
I'm good, Anna. How about you?
I'm doing great, thanks. I was just thinking about all the different ways to get around these days. There's so much to know about transportation, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Whether you're talking about getting to work, traveling across town, or even just taking a quick trip to the store, transportation is a huge part of our daily lives.
Right. And it's so interesting how many different ways there are to talk about transportation in English. For example, when we're talking about driving, we say, I'm taking the car, or I'm driving.
Exactly. And then there are different words for specific types of transportation, like buses, trains, or even planes. It can be confusing at first.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get mixed up with the terms ride and drive. So if you're in the car, you'd say, I'm driving to work. But if you're in a cab, you'd say, I'm taking a ride.
That's right. The word ride can also be used when you're talking about things like bikes, horses, or even roller coasters. I'm going for a ride. I'm riding my bike, and so on.
Exactly. And don't forget about public transportation. You could say, I'm taking the bus, or I'm getting on the subway.
Oh, yeah. And if you're in a rush, you might say, I'm catching the bus, or I'm catching the train. Catch is commonly used when talking about buses, trains, or even flights.
That's right. It's always good to know a few key phrases like that when you're traveling around, especially in a city where public transportation is so common.
For sure. And speaking of traveling, how do you usually get around, Anna? Do you prefer public transportation?
Honestly, I like using public transportation, but I also enjoy driving when I need to go somewhere far. I feel like I have more control over my schedule that way.
I get that. I'm more of a bus person myself. It's cheaper and I can read or listen to music on my way to work. I find it relaxing.
That's a great point. It's nice to be able to relax and not have to worry about traffic or parking. Plus, it's eco-friendly too.
Absolutely. It's always good to think about the environment. But hey, what if you're traveling long distances? What do you usually take for a longer trip?
Oh, I prefer to fly when it comes to long distances. It's the fastest option for me, especially when I'm visiting family in another country. How about you?
I'm the same. Flying is definitely the quickest. But I also enjoy taking the train when I'm traveling in Europe. It's more comfortable and I get to see the countryside.
Ah, yes. Train journeys can be so scenic. I've heard that the high-speed trains in some countries are amazing.
Oh, they're fantastic. I took a high-speed train from Paris to London once. It was smooth and so fast. You can't beat that experience.
That sounds awesome. Maybe I'll try it next time. I think it's always exciting to try new forms of transportation when you travel.
Absolutely. Every mode of transport has its charm. Sometimes it's about getting to your destination quickly, and other times it's about enjoying the journey itself.
So, John, what about when you're in a hurry and need to get somewhere fast? Do you ever think about using a taxi or an Uber?
Definitely. Taxis and rideshare services like Uber or Lyft are great when you're in a rush. They're super convenient, especially when you don't want to deal with parking or the stress of finding the right public transport route.
Yeah, and it's so easy now with apps, right? You can just order a ride with a few taps on your phone.
Exactly. It's amazing how much technology has changed the way we travel. You can even track your ride and know exactly when it'll arrive. It makes life so much easier.
For sure. And do you prefer taxis or rideshare services? I've noticed that Uber is more common where I live.
I actually prefer Uber, mainly because I find the app interface so easy to use. But I know some people who prefer taxis, especially if they're in a more traditional city. Taxis usually don't have surge pricing, which can be a plus.
Ah, that's a good point. I hate when the price goes up during peak times. It's nice that you can lock in a price with some rideshare apps before you even get in the car.
Yep, and that way, you don't have to worry about being stuck in traffic and paying more. It's all about convenience.
So true. But, not every place has rideshare services. What do you think about using a bike or scooter? I've seen a lot of those rental bikes popping up all over the city.
I think bike rentals are a great option, especially for short trips around the city. It's quick, fun, and you get a little exercise in the process. Plus, it's better for the environment than driving a car for just a couple of miles.
That's true. And with scooters, it's even easier to zip around. I've seen people using electric scooters for short trips. Have you tried them?
I have. They're super convenient. You just pick one up and off you go. I've noticed that they're becoming more popular for quick errands or commuting short distances. I think they're perfect for areas with a lot of traffic.
Absolutely. They're faster than walking, and they're a great alternative when the weather's nice. And they don't require any parking.
Yeah, it's just park and go. No hassle. It's a perfect solution for cities with a lot of congestion. I completely agree. It's nice to have all these options whether you're walking, cycling, driving, or using public transport. It's all about what's most convenient for the situation, right?
Exactly. There's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to transportation. It's about choosing the best option depending on where you need to go, how much time you have, and even the weather.
For sure. And it's also about saving money. Public transportation or bikes are definitely cheaper than owning a car, especially in cities where you don't really need one.
Absolutely. I've saved a lot of money by using public transport and occasionally a bike. It's way cheaper than having to pay for gas, insurance, and parking for a car.
It's crazy how expensive car ownership can be. And then there's the issue of traffic jams. I'm so tired of sitting in traffic every day.
Yes, me too. Imagine a world where you didn't have to worry about traffic jams or parking ever again. How amazing would that be?
It would be incredible. And not just for convenience, but also for reducing air pollution and making cities more livable.
Right. Clean air, less stress, and more green spaces. It's the future of transportation, and I'm excited to see it happening in more places.
Me too. It's definitely a shift towards sustainability, and that's something we all need to be a part of.
So, John, let's talk about long road trips. When you're traveling for hours, what kind of transportation do you prefer?
For long trips, I love taking a road trip by car. There's something about hitting the open road with good music and snacks. It's an adventure in itself. How about you?
I agree. There's something so freeing about driving, but I also enjoy taking a coach bus for long trips. It's more relaxed, and I can just sit back and enjoy the ride without worrying about traffic or directions.
That's a good point. Bus travel can be pretty comfortable for longer distances, especially if you get a seat with extra legroom. But for me, I can't resist the freedom of driving. I like stopping at random spots along the way.
True, stopping along the route is one of the best parts of road trips. You can explore new places, try local food, and take in the scenery. It makes the journey as exciting as the destination.
Exactly. And sometimes the unexpected detours turn out to be the best part of the trip, like discovering hidden gems along the way.
Absolutely. And speaking of long trips, have you ever taken a cruise? I've always thought it would be fun to sail to different countries.
I've always wanted to try a cruise. It sounds like the ultimate way to travel. You can visit multiple places and have everything you need right on the ship. It's like a floating hotel.
It really does sound amazing. Cruises offer so much, from entertainment to food, and you get to relax while you're sailing. Plus, there are so many cruise options, from short trips to weeks-long voyages.
Yeah, and the best part is, you don't have to worry about navigating. Just wake up in a new place every day. It seems so stress-free compared to other types of travel.
That's true. But what about when it comes to traveling within a city? If you're just getting around town, what do you think is the most convenient?
For me, it depends on the size of the city. In smaller towns, I love walking. But in bigger cities, I think the subway or metro is the quickest and most efficient.
I agree with you there. Walking is perfect for short distances. It's great for the environment and keeps you healthy. But if you're in a big city with lots of people, taking the subway can save you so much time.
Definitely. And it's so convenient because it avoids all the traffic. Plus, you can usually get to places much faster. It's pretty much a necessity in big cities.
For sure. And it's easy to use, too. Most metro systems are straightforward, with signs and maps to guide you. And there's always an app that tells you the best route to take.
Oh yeah, the apps are a game changer. It's super helpful when you're not familiar with the city. They even tell you how much time you have until the next train arrives.